Hey, what's good everyone? Local Iceman here. I was changing a blade. I got a brand new blade right here. Just had it sharpened. I used it once and then had it sharpened. About to put it on. I thought it'd be a good video to shoot to show you differences between a brand new blade and a blade that's no longer usable, and why we use the front bolts versus the rear bolts. Even though I've touched on this a few times in different videos, I think this is a good visualization right here to kind of show you why we use the front rear bolts and how the blade goes from basically 5 inches wide to 4 down to basically 3 inches, and why we use the front rear bolts like I said. So with this blade right here, if you measure it, we're at 5 inches, and as Zamboni recommends, you're going to be using the front bolts right here. But as the blade gets sharpened, it loses steel, loses its width, so to say, the width this way. It loses its steel and it gets shorter. So at that point, you could use the rear bolts and it kind of pits it out a little bit more. So on this blade right here, and we're actually at a unique moment right here, because I believe we're kind of right at the 4-inch mark. And if you look at the Zamboni book, it says 4 inches or below, you're going to be using the rear bolts. So next time I use this blade right here, because I'm putting this one on next, I'm going to be using the rear bolts on this blade right here. And this blade right here, this blade is actually about a 3 1/8. But however, the people who sharpen the blade for us, they have a really nice blade sharpener, knife sharpener. They sharpen tons of paper knives and things like that. Their magnetic chuck can only fit down to 3 or 3 1/8, I guess. Because technically you can use this down to 3 inches before you use your hardened steel, or you get into your hard steel. I forget which one it is. But when you get down to 3 inches, the blade's no longer usable, and you have to kind of, I guess, scrap it. We have a pile of these things. I'm going to bring down to the scrap yard one of these days because they're starting to stack up. I made myself a blade rack, and I just have tons of these things. I got about 4 of them that are no longer usable because they've been sharpened so much that we just can't sharpen it anymore. But anyway, I just want to show you the differences between a brand new blade right here, a blade that's in the middle, and a blade that's no longer usable, and why we use the front and rear bolts. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. As always, hope you learned something. And like the local Iceman says, stay cool.